Yeah, the last thing we want to look at here are utility. Already we've used one of them, which is record, but we'll just quickly run through all of them in a minute. So for us to work on these utility types, let's go back to this point where we had types and interfaces declared. All right, so let me just get rid of the some type interface, and so this should work for us, and this is what we are looking at. So we'll pick them one after the other. So let's just copy and put them at the top here, like so. So the first one is partial. So what does partial mean? So when we say that we are expecting that something should be partial, we mean we are not requiring all parts of this type. So here at this point, all this type or all parts of this type is required. If you don't put in anyone, for example, you get rid of name, you see person is already yelling saying that name is missing. All right, now but if we want to get rid of this error, we just add a question mark here, and it shows that name is now optional. As soon as you do that, the error is gone. But here is another standard way of doing it. You could come here and set partial like this and say that you don't mind this being partially assigned. So let's do person type. So when you do this, it means that you could get rid of anyone and the editor would not yell at you. So you say I got rid of age and there's no problem. I could even make this empty and there'll be no problem. So this is what partial is all about. Now, but the required is the opposite of partial. So when it is required like this, so required, it means everything has to be there. So if I get rid of one, we'll get an error. If I get rid of any other one, we'll get an error. So that is it with partial and required. Now for omit basically means that you want to omit these particular keys out of this. So first of all, you need to change this to omit, omit. So when you specify omit, they will want you to specify other things that need to be removed. So what are those things we need to remove? We could specify any amount of keys. For example, we could specify that we want name to be out. So when you specify that we want name to be out, if you put in name here, is going to throw an error. You could also specify others. For example, you could specify that you want h2 to be out like this, and you see that it's throwing an error. H2 is throwing an error. As soon as we get rid of all of this, it is fine with it. So that's omitting. So how about pick? So let's do a pick like this, and you see that as soon as we put in pick, it starts giving us an error. So what it means here is pick means I want only these two that I have entered here. So that means I need to get rid of everything here and specify only the name. So name could be maybe a bearer, and the age 34, like so, and you see the error is gone. So if I add in any other thing here, it is going to throw an error except I put it in, something like that. All right, then there is the read only. So what read only does, let me return this back to normal. So what read only does is it makes it impossible for you to reassign a record after you have put already initialized it. So read only like this. So once you make it like this, oh sorry, I need to also get rid of this part. So once you set this as read only, you cannot reassign this. So for example, I cannot do say person dot say age and then I'll say it's equal to 90. It wouldn't work because this is read only. However, if I change this to any other thing like required, it's not going to mind. You see, it's not going to mind. So that is where read only comes to play if we just want to declare it once and not reassign it. Now the last one is what we have used before. This is used to declare an object, how we want an object to be. So we've done this before. I don't think we should be doing it again, but it just follows this this pattern. So record like this, and then we specify that we want this to be a type of string, sorry, a key type of string and a value type of maybe number like this. Everything is going to throw an error aside from things that have only number as the value. So you see, so if you want to add something like this, you could do number of children. So something like children, and then you put the number of children, say 2, like that, and it's still going to work. So that is it.